We're going to see if anybody joins this live stream. I'm just testing this out on my phone. I haven't live streamed yet, so nobody's probably up. We will see if somebody joins. But basically, I was just going to do a quick test, talk about EOS, talk about SmartCash. Oh, we got 2 people in. So, guys, I'm just basically doing a test. This is the first time I've live streamed on the phone. Going to talk a little bit about EOS, a little bit about SmartCash, talk about Electroneum, anything you guys want to talk about. But hey, what's up? Where are you at? EOS bought EOS at $8. Good job. Yeah, I started buying actually at $2, and then it went down to, buck. I kept buying, went clear down to 50 cents. I kept buying. And then I wish I would have bought more. So bought it all the way down, bought it all the way up. And can't have enough EOS. It's going to be interesting when they actually launch the main net. But where's everybody from? I'm here in Arizona, United States. It is 2:11 a.m. Sri Lanka, nice. I actually had not a web designer, but a graphic designer that was doing some designs for me from Sri Lanka that I found on Fiverr. He was the boss, and then I don't know what happened to him. He just kind of disappeared, but it's almost like his account's still there on Fiverr, but he did some really good work. Let's see. Anybody have any SmartCash? I bought SmartCash like 5 days ago. Nobody? I bought enough to get a super node. So basically, I have to have 10,000 to have a super node. And the super node will be for instant transactions. The guy from Sri Lanka, his name on Fiverr was Dart Designs. So I don't know. He seems like he's still out there, but I don't know if he hired a bunch of people because the work he used to do was like crazy good. Seven people in the live stream right now. Just kind of testing this out. I don't know what kind of quality it's going to be. I'm actually holding this up with my hand, so it might be a little bit shaky. So I was going to try to live stream on the computer. Counterparty. The thing is with Counterparty, a big part of it was that it was, that it was going to ride basically on top of Bitcoin. And so after the Bitcoin network started having issues, I started kind of losing faith in Counterparty. I just feel like these new coins, like even, okay, let's say like even MadeSafe and NXT and some of these older platforms, it seems like people, kind of went away from what Counterparty's doing a fork. Are they going to ride it on top of, okay, Bitcoin Cash? Yeah, it seemed like a lot of projects decided to go over to Bitcoin Cash or ride on top of Litecoin. Like if you guys heard of Yours Network, they were going to ride on top of Bitcoin and basically have like a blogging site like Steemit or like Medium, but it was going to have a paywall. And the Bitcoin network got too bogged down, so now they've switched over to Bitcoin Cash or Litecoin or something. Okay, Counterparty Cash when they fork. Okay, that's cool. Nice. See, I did that with the Ignis airdrop. I try to pick it up before I try to pick up NXT before the airdrop, and then the fork was on the 28th. Well, not the fork, but the Ardor network was going to go live, on the 28th, and everything went through good, and then we didn't get our coins on HitBTC or Bittrex, and we're still waiting for the Ignis. So that's been kind of frustrating. Hopefully that doesn't happen with the Counterparty fork. But that's the first time I heard of it, so thanks for saying that. let's see, what other, I'm just gonna try to look like kind of what other news there is sort of out here, if anything else is sort of popping here on the computer here. Our door is actually way up, 36%. SmartCash, it actually like tanked and then now it's going back up again. It was up, SmartCash got clear up to like $3.45 earlier when I did a video, and then it crashed down, and then now it's back up to $2.61. So in Sri Lanka, like, do you guys use Coinbase, or what's kind of your main exchanges you guys go through? CEX.io. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I remember them from back in the day. Oh, really? Does everybody else have you blocked out? CEX.io is the only one you have access to? Bodios, $8. Nice, nice. Yeah, Coinbase fees are super high as well here, especially um, especially when you do an instant buy. I'll get all kinds of fees in my bank account. It's really annoying that I don't even expect if I do an instant buy, especially. So I don't like to go back out to fiat, and I don't like to have to come back in. So mainly, for the most part, I've been trying to keep everything I have in crypto, in crypto. Um, but hey, what do you mean the next thing in crypto? Like the next coin that we see that's gonna like kind of be big? I see Walton is like booming. I haven't looked a ton into Walton, but I heard it's basically kind of the premise is that stuff would be done with RFID, like radio frequency identification. But I have not got to look into that one a ton. Walton Chain. I'm actually just going to the website here right now. Okay, integrating blockchain with Internet of Things. Okay, blockchain plus RFID. Okay. I've got a little IOTA. I caught that one late. Basically, I only bought 10 IOTA, and then it was stuck on Binance for a while. Otherwise, I probably would have bought more, and then it kind of got stagnant. I was having issues with the wallet. I haven't heard of AirSwap. Like, what's it supposed to be, or what's the main focus of the project? Yeah, I'm down on IOTA a little bit too, but I just have 10 of them, so I'm just kind of hanging out there. Okay, Decentralized Exchange. See, I did a review on Komodo, and they have barter decks that they're coming out with that is a decentralized exchange that does atomic swaps. So I don't have a ton of those, but I'm kind of looking for that. But I do have like 3,000 bit shares. So that's kind of my play for decentralized exchange right now. Let's see here. Just looking what else is out there. Yeah, I like LTC. They keep saying that there's a lot of rumors swirling that maybe Amazon's going to be accepting it, but it didn't move much today. But I'm not real worried about that. I really feel like it's going to shoot back up, to 330 bucks or higher. I feel like it'll prime for. I mean, if the news is good, which if you read on Reddit, it's kind of hard to see. It's hard to know like what's going to really happen with it, but people are really speculating that it could be Amazon. But they were doing that with Tron. They were saying, "Oh, we think they partner with Alibaba." Yeah, so I'm on Steemit. Is anybody else on Steemit? I'm at Brian Phobos. Same name as here on YouTube. I'm got the same name on Instagram, Twitter, Steemit. So yeah, I've been on Steemit for basically since July 2016. So I was kind of in there somewhat early, but it had already shot up when that happened, and then we kind of hit a lot of lows, and then you know, it ended up now it's surging. So I actually tried to do, before I did this test here on YouTube Live, I tried to do a test on D2 or D Live, but it failed because I was trying to run this software, OBS, and I've never really been a streamer. I've never streamed on Twitch or anything like that. So I'd never tried this software, but I couldn't get it to work for some reason. But then the post showed up on Steemit, like my test, but it didn't actually pull anything. It just put the link here. Wait, what's that? Smoking what? I'm not smoking anything. NVM. I'm not familiar with that. Let me look it up. NVM. Oh, never mind. Funny. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. What else is out there? But are you guys on Steemit, or are you just holding Steam? Zephyr. I don't have any Zephyr. I've just kind of seen it pop around. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but sometimes you see coins that you'll see a coin and then you'll read into it, and then, you know, if it doesn't kind of catch your eye right away, then it's maybe like you don't pick any up, and then later you see it again. You're like, wait a minute, what was that again? Because you're like, there's so many coins out there. So Zephyr's one of those coins that I've seen a bunch. I can't even quite remember what it was about. But you think it's going to be pretty big? Zephyr. I don't even see it coming up here. Okay, it's on BitShares. So I don't even see it popping up on CoinMarketCap right now. I don't know why that is. Syscoin. You know, talking about nice websites, I don't know if you guys have looked at that UTrust coin. That Supple Man, he's been really kind of starting to pump that. He was pumping Ethos like super hard to a ridiculous level, and he came out with a video that basically he said that he had 14% of his holdings in Ethos, but he has 11% of his holdings in yeah, you're big on Ethos. I only have 10 of them. I caught that one late because he kept pumping it. I didn't pick it up, and I should have. And then now he's kind of pumping UTrust. I always want to say UTech for some reason. But I picked up a little bit of UTrust. I didn't really put that much money into it. Yeah, you got in too late too. Yeah, if they can come through with what they're trying to do, but the thing that worries me is the CEO of Ethos. He's actually, like, he's 19, which, you know, who cares? Like, if you're smart and you're 19, who cares? But he's actually an undergrad in college, and I just would think he'd be super busy. But I think he'd be like crazy busy, you know, just being a computer science major and trying to be CEO of a company. Yeah, that Shingo, his name's like Shingo something, but he goes to Brown University, I guess. But I think all his developers are over on the West Coast, over in San Francisco, but I'm not really sure for Ethos. Um, but Suppleman kept showing that interface that looked pretty good. But the thing that ticked me off about it, he kept saying, "Oh, the number one way to get paid cryptocurrency online is Ethos." And it was like, you're not even, nobody can get paid from that. We can't sign up and get on that platform yet. Um, so that's the only thing. He just was pumping that crazy hard. I just wonder how many of these coins have been given to different people. I don't know if you guys saw the thing with Data Dash, where he basically was given 100,000 substratum, and then he like lost access to them because he got his hard drive filled up, and then he couldn't recover them. But I think a lot of these guys that are, talking about ICOs and stuff like that, what's up, Dustin? Yeah, so if you look at Data Dash's channel, he has a video that says I messed up, and then he talks about it, and basically they gave him 100,000 substratum, and they gave him 6 Ethereum, and then he lost access to the 100,000 substratum, and then it was up over $3 the other day, so it was over like $300,000 worth. If he wouldn't have lost access to them, but now that it's worth that much. Yeah, he actually deleted the wallet too. He was so embarrassed, I guess, that he deleted it, and then now they're going to do some kind of recovery process to try to recover it or whatever. But I don't know. I think a lot of these guys are getting paid a lot of coins. I've never been paid any coins to promote anything. My channel's too. I don't know. I don't talk like 100% positive about things. Yeah, the screen protector's kind of getting in the way of the camera, making it dark. But no, I don't own any Ether domains. But you know what I did on Steemit? I actually locked down some usernames that I thought would be worth something in the future. And another one. No news about the Ethereum domains? Or what? I had a friend that bought a bunch of Monero domains. He bought like a bunch of domains. Like he would be like, Monero Singapore. And he just bought like all these different ones. No, like if you lose something or it gets stolen, then I'm assuming that you could write it off. But I mean, there's a lot of questions. See, that's the thing. I try to stay away from the tax questions too much, because with people in different countries, and then secondly, even the people in the United States, there's just a lot of question marks. There was a thing on Forbes one time where there was what tax? Yeah. There was a thing on Forbes that had a bunch of CPAs and a bunch of accountants do a tax return, and 100 different CPAs did the same tax return. And they came up with 100 different answers. So it's kind of everybody's best guess. Try to do your best on it, kind of thing. But yeah, it's a big question mark with a lot of the stuff. I'm at the Syscoin website, and this does look pretty colorful. I do like this. This wallet looks pretty nice. I'm just zooming into it. Yeah, it is. It is kind of a rabbit hole, Dustin. I literally don't like to talk about it on the channel. I know a lot of people they'll sit there and they'll make a video, and in my mind I'm just like, man, you know, I just don't like to make a video about any of that stuff. This is kind of interesting. Look at this Syscoin thing. Are they trying to be? They're trying to be like an eBay. It looks like I haven't investigated into them much, so. Oh, really? Some coin to see? I would think it would be impossible for a coin to implement tax because there's so many different tax laws in all the different countries. Fully decentralized marketplace. See, I had high hopes back in the day because I got into crypto back in 2013. We had really high hopes for Open Bazaar. And Open Bazaar, it never really turned out like we really hoped. And then I think another thing that kind of messed them up was with Bitcoin, the fees getting so high and all that kind of stuff. It really bogged down the network. Yeah, I own some Bitcoin, but I sold out. I actually sold out of a large majority of my holdings because I got here recently. I actually paid a $59 fee to move some Bitcoin, and it was just almost kind of the last straw. I'm still holding on to some of them because in case there's an ETF, if there gets an exchange traded fund gets added to the stock market, that's the main reason why I'm holding on to Bitcoin. But to tell you the truth, I'm ready to move on beyond Bitcoin. If something is going to become peer-to-peer digital cash, Bitcoin should have scaled back in 2015 and it hasn't scaled yet. So I don't really have a lot of hopes for it in that regard. But it seems to be people's first entry point because so many people, they're always like, oh yeah, buy Bitcoin, or they've heard of Bitcoin. So it just kind of seems to be an entry point. And then secondly, a lot of these exchanges have, Bitcoin markets, which kind of ticks me off in a way still at this point. I mean, if Bitcoin scales, like if they would just increase the block size to 4 megabyte or 8 megabyte, then I'd be cool with it. No problem. We go on. But I just think it's incompetence and greed that keeps it at 1 megabyte. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I was into Bitcoin Cash there for a while, and I actually switched a lot of stuff. See, we've been talking about the Lightning Network since 2016, so I just don't have a lot of hopes for it being implemented anytime soon. And even if you look at SegWit, like Coinbase hasn't even implemented SegWit wallets. So if you do a SegWit transaction, you really can't even do it to Coinbase yet. Now they're talking about that they're going to implement it soon, but it's just all this stuff is going so slow to try to get this stuff implemented that I don't know. I just start to lose faith in it. And really when you look at it from the time, and I'm not trying to talk bad about cryptocurrencies because obviously it's awesome. Everything's going great right now. There's a lot of cool projects out there, but those of us that got involved in 2013, 2014, it seemed like it was going to happen then, and there was all this cool stuff going to happen. And then when it didn't happen, it kind of let us down. And then even fast forward to today, we haven't progressed that far as peer-to-peer digital cash. As far as people actually using this in their everyday lives and transacting with it, we're actually worse off now than we were in 2013, 2014. Because, back then, Overstock.com and, Dell.com and Microsoft and a bunch of different places, wait, you thought it would be proof of stake already? I thought so too. They were saying that, like, we're moving to proof of stake, and then they don't really give a timeline on it. And then it's like, well, the network's bogged down at this point. There's a lot of scalability issues. That's why I'm so hot on EOS. I mean, we see what Steemit is doing, and we see, like, I don't know if you guys know about DLive and D2, but it's all built on the Steem blockchain. And so we're starting to see what it's capable of. And I just think EOS is going to be that and more. So that's why I'm so, if somebody could buy one coin right now like if they could buy, if they only had one coin that they could choose from, I would tell them EOS, to tell you the truth, because I just think that it has the potential to become number one in the future. Once developers start developing on it more. I mean, the test net's out, and I just think once the main net comes out in June, then it's kind of the floodgates are going to open, I think, on it. But I think the price is going to go up a lot before that. I think even before the main net comes out, I have a feeling that we could see $50 EOS, maybe even $100 EOS, you know, even before the main net is out there officially. But I mean, that's just kind of my thinking. That's why I went kind of heavy on EOS. But Steem, I'm still pretty heavy in Steem because I do all the blogging and everything, and then I can get paid, you know, on a daily basis. So I don't know. Well, I'll tell you this. I went equally as deep on I went equally as deep on my SmartCash investment because you had to buy 10,000 of those to get a super node. So right now I'm kind of equally as deep as I am into that. And I don't know. I have high hopes. I have higher hopes for EOS than I do SmartCash. I think SmartCash is going to be, I think a lot of people are going to buy it up to earn the rewards. But ultimately something that's going to like kind of be super, super different and change the world, I would say EOS. Well, that's pretty good. If you have 35K portfolio, you know, it's definitely solid. I mean, it's crazy some of these portfolios you're seeing out there. The you know, what's his name? Ian Bantam. I keep wanting to say Bantam, but it's the guy who does the ICO stuff. He was showing his portfolio, and it was $4 million the other day. That's pretty good. If you went from 8K to like 32, that's really good. But yeah, some of these guys' portfolios, but anybody who's like some of the big YouTubers and stuff like that, obviously the people who got in and were in the Ponzi schemes like BitConnect and stuff early and then promoted it heavy, they got crazy rich. I would have never expected that. Back in April when we saw it, we were just like, oh man, get that out of here, man. That's a scam. And then suddenly they ended up getting rich and stuff, and you know, it's still going on, and now BitConnect's doing that BitConnect X ICO thing, and it's just like kind of a circus out there. But those guys got rich, and I saw, you know, crypto got rich. That you know, the guy that's Omar, Crypt Zero, he showed his Blockfolio app, and he had over $1 million of cryptocurrency in it. And then Ian, he was saying that he just started in crypto, I think at the beginning of 2017, and those ICOs started paying him to do reviews, and then suddenly his portfolio is worth $4 million, and it's just like, what? It's like, you know, that's just nuts. So some of the people that got in 2016 and in 2017 ended up doing better than some of the people that got in back in 2012 and 2013. Because when it crashed in 2013, 2014, when Mt. Gox failed, that actually washed a lot of people out. Because a lot of people had coins on Mt. Gox. I didn't have coins over there. I never used Mt. Gox, but that actually crushed a lot of people, unfortunately. So, but I tell you what, guys, thanks for joining in. I just wanted to do a quick test on the live stream. What's Mt. Gox? Mt. Gox was basically, it used to be a Magic the Gathering card exchange, and then it became the biggest Bitcoin exchange, and it basically got hacked in 2014, and a lot of people lost their coins. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining in. I'm going to try to do more live streams and get set up better for this. I want to make it so that I can do this, you know, do screencast and, you know, be on the video at the same time. But right now the software wasn't working. And on the computer that I usually do all the crypto stuff, It's a desktop machine. I actually don't have a webcam hooked up to it. So, um, hey, hit me up on Steemit. Everybody hit me up on Steemit. And um, yeah, try to expose the scammers, but it's almost, I don't want to, I don't want to get my channel too, I don't want it to be too, get too negative, because then people say, oh, you're a hater. And it's just like, man, I mean, I'm not a hater. I'm just saying, kind of showing how it is and all that stuff like that. So we'll see, but if you guys connect to me on Steemit, it's a good way to connect with me, and I'm able to upvote comments and stuff like that. I got a little more power at this point in Steemit. So anyway, have a good night, guys, and check you guys later.